Hello and welcome to day 4 on our journey through 1 John 3 this week. Go ahead and see if you can translate this. And here's my translation. Everyone who hates his brother is a murderer, and you know that every murderer does not have eternal life remaining in him. So where have we been? Previous verse was, we know that we've crossed from death to life because we love the brothers. The one who does not love remains in death. This is this is all very similar each day. The idea is that how do you know if somebody's a child of God? Well, basically it boils down to whether or not they love their brother, which certainly means others and sister. Certainly means others in the church, but according to Matthew 5, also includes our enemy, and Luke 10, and so forth. So there's no workaround here. The whole counsel of God and the message of Jesus is we must love everybody, not just our friends, but our enemies as well. What does it mean to hate your brother? Well, in 1 John, very concretely, if you have the means to help others and you don't, that's hating your brother. And John basically says you're a murderer if you don't help your brother when you could. So there you have it. I know that, but. No, I'm sorry, that's what it says. Okay, translation. Everyone who hates the brother of him, a murderer is. Okay, there's a word to memorize. Anthropoktonos. Okay, and you know that every murderer does not have eternal life eternal in him remaining. So there's our translation. Now the grammar. This construction here, pas ho mison, participle with an article on it. Hopefully you can translate this by now. Even if you don't know the grammar yet, it means everyone who hates. And so there are 3 main options for participle. One is hating, we went to the store. Hating, we went to kill people. Whatever, that's adverbial. Then there's the periphrastic. He was hating, with the form of the verb to be with it. When it has the article, it's adjectival. And we use Ken's rule. If it has the article, use who or that. The one who hates. It's substantive because we don't know, it doesn't say the man who hates or the person from Snowy River that hates. It's the one who hates. We have to come up with it. That means it's substantive. So it's a participle. It's used adjectively. It's substantive, present active participle, nominative masculine singular from miseo. Okay, things here that we've done over and over again. Oidete, perfect in form, present in meaning. So we parse it as perfect active indicative, first plural from oida, but we translate it and we know. We know that, noun clause. Okay. So this is the only really, menusan is the only interesting bit here. So we have life eternal. That's the attributive use of eternal life. In him, pronoun. What is this word here? Well, it goes with life, eternal life remaining. It's a participle, believe it or not. You might have guessed some of it. So the new, well, okay, I'm just going to get down to the chase. So men, there's nothing added to the stem. The sigma alpha, you might think for a second, Eris, but it's not on the stem. It's at the end. And besides, liquid verbs, meno, liquid verbs don't do sigmas. So this is present. It's present, meno. So what is the usa? Well, a bad cliche, but active females carry uzis. So usa, it's a feminine participle. It's a present active participle, accusative feminine singular. So the accusative singular is the on there from meno. And we translate it remaining. Eternal life remaining. Does not have life remaining in him or her. So it goes with life. It's telling us about life. Eternal life remaining, eternal life does not have eternal life. This doesn't really fit the 3 categories very well that I sent you. It doesn't fit periphrastic at all because there's no was remaining here. Is it telling us about life? It certainly connects to life. It doesn't have life that remains. If we translate it that way, then it's adjectival, even though it doesn't have the article. doesn't have remaining life, doesn't have life remaining. There is a fourth one that I don't, it's not very often. It's called complementary. This could be a complementary use here. Life remaining, have life remaining. So that might be complementary. Anyway, I get the sense of it, and I can translate it, and hopefully you get the sense of it as well. Well, let's pronounce this. Try it up to the comma, and I would say pas ho mison ton alphon autou anthropoktonos estin. Okay, try it up to the period. Kai oidete hoti pas anthropoktonos uk eke zoein ionion en auto menusan. Okay, let me try to read it at normal speed. Pas ho mison ton alphon autou anthropoktonos estin. Kai oidete hoti pas anthropoktonos uk eke zoein ionion en auto menusan. Okay, there's something wrong with me, obviously, but that is our verse for the day, 1 John 3:15.